If talk is cheap,
Then let's talk truth.
what do you consider truth?
Being honest in every aspect or saying what others are afraid to say.
Let's be honest, the truth can be ugly sometimes.
So why do we disguise it with pretty white lies?
We're going to talk about things that you often think about but are afraid to say.
So join us each week
On Facebook Live.
as we talk truth with Jay and D Hall.
Today, our special guest is appearing via by telephone. Her name is Zykia Falami. Say hello.
Hello.
And so we are going to pretty much talk about being true to one's sexuality and what that means, and we're just going to start off, today's subject on a note of how we left off last week. It is crazy about the epidemic in this world on how HIV is killing our fellow Americans. And some of the statistics back in my hometown from Michigan is just so alarming. So I just want to do another part 2 of this episode, and I want to get some other input outside of just D and I, on their views on it. So I'm going to let Zykia, what's your view on it? Zykia?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, what's your views on that?
Wait, repeat that.
What's your views on the, being true to one's sexuality?
Just keeping it real with the person that you're with. Whatever that may be, gay, straight, whatever that is, just being true to yourself and, being honest with the person that you're with.
I mean, why do you think that some men, don't want to be honest about that?
Well, I think in the black community, being gay has been shunned, so, a lot of people don't want to come out for that reason. So, maybe if they took some of the stigma off of it or out of it, more people would be honest with themselves.
So, I seen on Facebook just last week where it was saying, be careful of your mate, because when your man says that he is at, the club or at a studio session, he may be doing this, and it showed 2 men kissing one another. What did that do for you? I mean, what do you think about that? Zykia?
I mean, well, if they're being dishonest with themselves or their mate, that could have some severe consequences.
I mean, I think so too. What do you think, D?
I think it's a problem. I mean, if you, I think it's a problem if you.
Go ahead.
I think it's a problem if someone is lying to you about something as important as stepping out into messing with the same sex and not letting your mate know. I think that's a big deal.
I think it is too, because primarily what we find out is that not only are you stepping out on your mate, but you bringing stuff back to that mate.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just think when you talk about the statistic with the down low brothers and stuff like that, it's crazy, because I think it's just the act of being selfish.
Yes.
I mean, do you agree, Shell?
True. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, it definitely just the act of being selfish, because when you think about it, not only are you taking a chance on affecting that person that knows nothing about it, but you could be affecting their kids, we heard with that cinnamon lady back in Michigan. I mean, you're affecting just more than just that person, or even multiple people.
True.
So I just think it's crazy. But just to give you guys, some info, I went and did a little digging with Michigan statewide HIV surveillance report and new diagnosis. And the alarming thing was that I found out, and I'm just talking about in Michigan, people that are affected, and I'm going to narrow it down to like people that are affected in Detroit. I mean, here it says over are you hearing me? 600 people in Detroit are affected with HIV.
Wow.
600. And then when you want to take things a little bit closer to where, in Jackson, it's only 200, it's 250. 250 people.
How big is Jackson?
Not big at all.
More than that.
And I mean,
and
that was from the census of 2016, so I'm sure it's a lot more than that now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but when you think about that many people being affected by that disease, and they have partners, and
are they opening up and being honest about that they have it?
some of them in that report were saying that the people that know about it have not necessarily been forthright and honest about it.
And that's the problem.
Yes.
They're not being honest.
I mean, that's
You ain't even giving a person a choice to if you want to continue messing with this person or not. I mean, you just.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, like for real, there are some women out there, or vice versa, that are okay with their mate having another partner. That's a male. I don't understand it, but there is some out there. And I just feel like like you said, it comes back down to just being honest. I mean, if you as a woman want to take that risk, I mean, and you knowingly know it, I mean, that's one thing. But when you don't know anything and you thinking that all he is to you, that's crazy.
And at least give the person a choice.
Yeah, give them heads up. I mean, that say I want to stay with you regardless. I need to move on.
I mean, that's just being very real. Like, and then let's talk about the flip side of that. You got men that like to have multiple women. In the bedroom. I mean, when I was growing up, I thought that was pretty cool to have two women in the bed. I had never had that done, but I'm saying, hey, the fantasy did cross my mind. But like now that I'm older, I'm thinking to myself like, I don't know if I really would want two women in the bed with me at that same time.
Why not?
Well, for me, I know that you can be dipping in one woman that coochie's okay, and the other woman could be bad. I mean,
well, I wouldn't want to share. I mean, not saying that I do this, but I wouldn't want to share my main one. Like if I was in a relationship or if I was married, I wouldn't want to share my wife or my girlfriend.
I wouldn't want to share nobody. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like it's crazy to me. Like I feel like how many women can one person have? That's just me.
No,
there's a lot of people that like to be players, and go ahead, play a player. But the epidemic behind people that like to be players is that, are you being a player smart? Like
being safe.
Are you being safe?
Yeah.
I used to say back in the day, all my hoes was honest. But the truth of the matter is, I really don't know who they was with. Right. I mean, shoot. I mean, I have a baby mama that I had no idea that she had been with several different people. I mean, like for real. Like, I just found that out. I was clueless to it. And Zykia, you know who I'm talking about. I ain't gonna put that person on blast, but I'm like, whoa, really? When? Because I thought it was just me.
You just never know.
I mean, that's the crazy part. Thank God that I had never been broken down with a disease, but I had no idea that this girl, after I was leaving, had other men that she was
coming in.
Man, I mean, that just
you going in one. It's always like a revolving door. You going out one door, and somebody coming back in.
Yeah, I mean, like Wow. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have those people think I'm the only ones, and you got 7 other people that you've been dipping with and that could possibly be. I'm like, whoa, just whoa, like so much of amen, amen. Right. I mean, because I can go left field on that one. But I just think that it boils down to that America, which is why we have this show, is not being truthful. I mean, we're not being true to who we are or what we want. I'd rather, if I was dating you, I would rather say, hey, Z, I'm like this. I got a habit of wanting to be with multiple different people at a time. Do you think that that's something that me and you can work out?
Right.
But that goes back to communication. Like, you got to be upfront with people at the beginning of the situation, so you can let them know, like, hey, we gonna be in a relationship. It's just gonna be me and you. Or if you one of those people that have multiple partners, and you be like, hey, are you cool with this? And they say yeah, then you go with it. If they say no,
do you know some men that are honest that way though? Honestly, I mean, I do.
It's people that'll tell a person up front.
Now, so then does that come back to the girl being kind of like, I don't want to say weak-minded, but I mean, kind of like, she's always, I mean, she's blinded by what she wants as opposed to by what's safe. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm sure it's women that's like that as well that'll tell a dude. Or I mean, this day and age, I'm sure it's some women that'll tell a dude, hey, I got a dude or I got this, and you gonna be my side dude.
I had that happen to me.
Some people are okay with that.
You remember we were talking yesterday, Zai, about the person that I used to date. I'm not gonna put her name out there, but this was, I think I was like 16, 17, and me, her, and her boyfriend worked together. Okay, now the problem was he has some extracurricular activities going on. And so does she with me. Now, I was just caught up in the madness of things. I didn't encourage it. But the fact of the matter is, I was that side piece.
Was you okay with that?
At the time, it was, hey, she was giving it. I mean, hey, I didn't have to give no money. She was buying me liquor, so yeah, I was okay with it.
That's what I'm saying. Some people are okay with being just the side piece because it's less headache.
I mean, the way I was looking at it back then, it was like, well, I'm okay with it, but it got to a point to where she couldn't, her judgment was being cloudy too, because she was like, well, what you doing talking to that person? I mean, you just friends. I mean, hey, with benefits.
And that's the part that people leave out, because somebody's gonna catch feelings.
Well, I didn't.
In the whole ordeal.
I didn't catch no feelings.
I'm not saying you, but she did.
I don't know what she caught, but it wasn't a feeling.
Oh, the feeling.
Because, I mean, you knew good and well that, hold on, camera crew, can you please tell him to come downstairs? We're on, so, like, hey, I was very clear about mine. Hey.
No, and that's how it should be. But at the end of the day, somebody's gonna start feeling somebody stronger than the other person.
What do you think, Z? Do you think it's more the woman that's gonna feel things more stronger, or the man that will start feeling different, or is it an equal thing?
It's probably equal.
You do?
Because you just never know. You just never know from one person to the next.
Yeah. Wow. There you have it. I think, like, when it comes down to being true to one's sexuality, I think we all agree it's just about being honest and communicating.
I mean, you have to be. I mean, you got to be honest with the person, especially nowadays with so much stuff going around, and people will kill you nowadays. I mean, not saying they will kill you back in the day, but I mean, it's just crazy out here.
The STD for American at the American Disease Center in Atlanta say that there are, it's an epidemic on where America is with just STDs, period. STDs, period. So that means whether it's your gonorrhea, your chlamydia, your herpes, whatever things or things that are transmittable that can be sometimes cured. Your HPVs and all that stuff. It is on a new high. On a new high. And I didn't find anything that says that it was just in the black community. Just period.
You know where the Super Bowl is at this year?
Where? In Atlanta?
Yep.
Well, we're getting ready to go up a little bit higher. I mean, hey, love you, Atlanta, but I mean,
they call it Dirty South for nothing.
I mean, I really was digging up on why they called it the Dirty South. Now, when I used to live in Atlanta, there was a friend of mine that we worked together, and she said, that's those girls that had those believe in those cornfield babies. And I'm like, well, what's a cornfield baby? And she said, when you're taking your man out there to the cornfield and y'all having sex out there on the corn. You never heard that expression before?
No.
Man, it tripped me the hell out because I'm thinking to myself, cornfield baby. Are any of y'all a product of cornfield? I mean, because that ain't right. I mean, my whole thing is I got enough class to say let's at least go to a hotel. But being in the corn, on the shuck.
I've been outside, I ain't never been in a cornfield.
I'm going to take a drink behind that. Well, I mean, I think it boils down to the class of people. Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, that's just my opinion. But I ain't never been in no cornfield, and nor do I want to have a cornfield baby. That's just me.
I don't want to have no more babies.
At what you said, I got enough. So, in being educated, I'm working on a piece as well, for just to bring a little bit more awareness, and I use that word, loosely because me and Zakia was saying that, the HIV epidemic has been out since, 1984?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, about 1984. And I mean, somewhat in the 80s, I know that. And I mean, the awareness should be really there. Now, so either we're ignoring it or it's just not put in the face of people just to say, hey.
What you just said?
You think it's people ignoring it?
Yeah, people are ignoring it. They just,
like, I can't look at you and tell whether you have HIV or not.
Right.
I mean, and from my understanding, the statistics when I was reading a little bit, most guys or most women think it's a man. They think that most men that are fine in their eyes, or most women that we say is bad in our eyes, those be the ones that have the HIV or so it be the pretty ones that we're going after, not the ugly ones. You gonna get your ugly woman?
Yep. If you out there and you ugly, hit me up. 918-555-1234.
What the heck? I don't want nobody ugly. Thank God that my wife ain't ugly because I just can't do nobody ugly. It would be definitely nothing, no disease running in our family because it would be no sex going on.
So you discriminating on ugly?
Man, I think everybody's beautiful in their own right.
What if she's rich and ugly?
True.
What if she's rich and ugly?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Zion, weren't we just on the phone just the other day, and I was talking to you about this girl that was coming out the doctor's office, and she was with a black brother.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what the heck he's seen in her, but if I could show you that picture, did you ever see the picture?
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm like, ain't no way in the world. But, Zion, what you tell me? You said that women pay according to their weight or something like that.
She pay like she weigh?
Yeah, I had never heard that. Well, that man is getting paid pretty good.
They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Well, I don't know who was holding his eyes because it wasn't no beauty. It was no beauty. Hey, now listen, if we gonna be on this show and y'all gonna watch this show, I'm gonna keep it real. If you ugly, just admit that you're ugly. I mean, it's okay. I'd rather you just go ahead and say, hey, I'm ugly. I ain't the best looking. Like that girl on I hate to put it like that. On what's that show? Empire.
Yeah.
You know
about prisons. You talking about prisons?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hey, she's not the prettiest, but you know what though? I think nowadays America is going for even ugly can be somewhat pretty. Look at Grace Jones.
They say ugly grow on you.
I guess I don't know what to say about that. How did it grow on you?
I mean, because you be around an ugly person so much, and then they just start looking different to you. This has happened to me.
How? At what point did they start looking different to you?
I don't know. They just wasn't as ugly as they was in the beginning.
Was you drinking?
No, you know, I don't drink.
That's right. So was you smoking?
No, I wouldn't even smoke. I quit smoking back then. But
back then, is that when you seen that?
No, they was ugly, still ugly. I mean, but they just look different.
Really?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, hey, I don't know. I mean, because you know, my thing is, if I met you and you're ugly, you still gonna be ugly. I don't care what you do. I just don't. I mean, hey, I don't know. I mean, hey, don't get mad at me if I'm just telling you the truth. I mean, at the end of the day, you know you ugly. I don't care how. I mean, I don't know how we got on this subject, but hey, shut up. I don't know how we got on this subject, but I just think, you know, hey, go ahead and just, you know, be true to who you are. If you ugly, you ugly. If you fine, you fine. But if you fine with a disease, please tell that person.
Then you rather have ugly.
Huh?
I'd rather have ugly than somebody pretty with a disease.
You would?
I don't want nobody that can burn me up at night. That's why you keep your hoodie, your Woody hoodie on.
So you telling me, now I'll just answer the question because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to find out information. So what you're saying is that you would lay down with somebody ugly without a disease.
Yes. I don't mess with
better to be safe than sorry.
Exactly. I don't mess with ugly people before, so.
Have you?
Yeah.
God bless you. You got low self-esteem?
Nope.
I'd have messed with some people that was pretty and had ugly attitudes.
Yeah.
Now, I have had that. I have had that. Okay, hold on. I have had that. I'm just saying, you know, like, hey, let me just keep it real. So I'm gonna tell you this story about this girl that I was dating. We was just dating, and she was from Detroit. I ain't gonna say her name though, but the situation was, you know, we had went out, you know, we went to a church picnic, you know, and went to go see a movie. After the church picnic was over, we went back to my house or whatever, and we didn't have relations, but I was hoping that the relationship could have relations until she told me that she had herpes. That relationship was over. So, you know, I didn't want to make her feel bad, you know, so what I said was, hey, let's just hold each other tonight.
But she was pretty?
Man, that girl was gorgeous.
So why you didn't do it to her with a condom?
Because I wasn't educated on if herpes could.
No, I you know, it was funny that you say that because I was talking to someone that had the same disease, but we didn't ever mess around. And I was like, even with two on, I wouldn't even.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, if it could penetrate through that. I wasn't trying to find out. I love my life. Hey, at the end of the day, I'm sure somebody could love her enough to do that, but it just wasn't me.
Me neither. I don't want the gift that keeps on giving.
So, Zai, I gotta ask you: have you had anybody have you been close to that ever before?
Not to my knowledge.
Look, you playing it safe over there. Now, come on now. She said, not to my
I
daughter.
don't even play around like that.
Right.
I don't blame you.
Like what? I remember you telling me about that dude that thought he was gonna, get some action, and he didn't have
No hoodie for his
Yeah,
wood.
and I shut it down.
But you know what's crazy is it's women out there like to this day, like it's women out there. Any woman that comes with me and don't even say, "Hey, do you got protection? Or do you got any?" No, I don't want to mess with you because if you sleep with me and I don't have to wear nothing, who else are you sleeping with
That's
that
what I'm
don't have to
saying.
wear nothing?
That's what I'm saying. Hey, do y'all think like that, America? Facebook? I just need to know because I mean, at the end of the day, ain't much passion that high to where you ain't thinking about just getting the feeling. I mean, you got to get to the point to where you think like, hey, who else has he done this to, or who else has she done this to? Because if I can get you the same night, and I see stuff like that on TV, and I just wish society would not play that society out there. Like people be kissing people on the first date. I mean, back when I was growing up, I sure wasn't trying to get no kiss on the first date. I mean, holding hands, looking at each other, giving a googly eye, but kissing. I'm not about to swap spit with somebody I just met.
How long did it take you to kiss somebody? Well, I know you ain't kissing nobody now, just randomly.
Back then, my whole thing is, we would go to church. We did church, and we have a little prayer, stuff like that. And then, she'll invite me over there to meet her mom and her papa and stuff like that, And then after I meet the mom and the papa, and then the family seemed like that they were okay and not crazy, then we would move on to the kissing. Perhaps. No, it didn't go down that way. But I never kissed on the first date. I didn't. No, I didn't. That's all
Not
mine.
even a pet?
Because I'm the type of person, I don't even want you drinking after me.
Yeah.
So, I don't care how much. I mean, I love my wife, I do, but I mean, we don't really drink after each other. Yeah, I see her brush her teeth every morning. You
didn't go outside.
I'm just like that. I mean, yeah. How long did it take you?
It depends on who.
You slobbered it down, didn't you? You nasty mother.
I ain't big on. I'm not big on the whole kissing thing anyway. I mean, if I like you, then I'll kiss you. But if I don't like you, we just.
So, one of those ugly chicks, did you kiss one of them?
I'm sure I done kissed somebody ugly before.
God bless you. Thank you for being so honest on the show.
Hey.
I ain't telling that. I ain't never kissed no ugly chick. I don't think.
Some of the ugliest people be some of the nicest people.
Now I could say this. I done kissed some people that were pretty that has a nasty, ugly attitude.
And see, I don't like people with nasty attitudes, man. I like cool, laid back people down there. Now, granted, I don't want to be walking around town with somebody that's just ugly.
Why not? Ugly people gotta walk too. Sure, what's your views on it? Zach, did we lose you?
Do we lose her?
Did we lose you? I think we lost her. Okay. I mean, I just...
Now, don't get me wrong. You know what? I take that back. I will walk around with somebody ugly, man. Hey, at this day and age, I've seen a lot worse than ugly.
So let me put a PSA out there. If you're ugly and you looking for a nice, wholesome man that got a decent job, that's doing okay for himself, he's available.
If you ugly and you got money, hit me up. We can work out something. I'll take you out. We can go out. We can hang out. Ugly people need love too. I ain't the prettiest thing, but I got cute features.
I just don't know what to say about that. Okay, great. There you have it. His number is 517. You guys, back to a serious note. Be honest with your mate.
Please.
Wrap it up.
Please.
Protect yourself. Young ladies out there, young ladies from 14, they having sex early now. Wrap it up. Love yourself enough to protect yourself, because you only have one life to live. One life. You might as well live it to the fullest. I mean, seriously. Like, it makes no sense. That's all we have for today. We're out of time. Please like us on Facebook.
And share. Like, share, love, share, laugh, share, wow, you share. You can even be angry and share.
Just share it. I mean, we're talking truth. We're being honest with you. Our hope is to have America be honest with you, with each other. Just to bring a positive in this world of just being honest, integrity, authentic. For real. So this is Jay Stone.
D Hall, and I'm glad to be back, by the way. I'm glad. I missed last week's show, but I'm back, and I'm back.
Thank you for tuning in on another episode of Let's Talk Truth, because
talk is cheap.
See you next week.